In the serene landscapes of the Gospel according to St. Matthew, we encounter a narrative that transcends time, a narrative of compassion, providence, and abundance. Jesus, with a heart moved by the hunger of the multitudes, performs a miracle that has echoed through the ages, the feeding of 5,000 men, along with many women and children. With but a few loaves and fishes, he not only satisfies their hunger, but leaves in abundance, a testament to God's care that surpasses mere necessity. Yet, in the modern epic, amidst the cacophony of our bustling lives, we often find ourselves grappling with questions that challenge the very essence of this divine providence. When suffering knocks at our door or lingers uninvited in our lives, we, like ancient Job, find ourselves in a whirlwind, questioning the heavens, questioning the nature of God's involvement in our pain, in our struggles, and in the seeming injustices that life metes out. Today we delve into the heart of these questions. What is the modern man's false judgment of God and suffering? What is the most dangerous type of temptation? Will paradise open to the unforgiving hearts? How does one combat evil thoughts? What are the essential signs of true Christianity? And what does it mean to be living a blessed life? Inspired by the profound insights of Father Spiridon, whose notes shall be our compass, we shall navigate through these existential queries. Together we will seek to unravel the tapestry of modern man's judgment of God, and perhaps in the quietude of our introspection we might find a glimmer of understanding, a whisper of peace. So, dear listeners, I invite you to pause, to reflect, and to journey with me. Let us set sail on this sea of contemplation, for it is in seeking that we find, and in pondering that we come to embrace the boundless mystery of the divine. Let's begin. In the quiet spaces of our lives, where the clamor of the world fades into whispers, we often find ourselves contemplating the enigma of suffering. The modern man stands at the crossroads of progress and perplexity, witnessing unparalleled advancements while simultaneously grappling with ancient existential quandaries. The question that perennially haunts our collective consciousness is this: in a world brimming with pain and inequity, where is God's providence? Let us turn our gaze to the serene shores of the Sea of Galilee, where a multitude, weary and hungry, found solace in the compassionate embrace of Christ. The miracle of the loaves and fishes, as recounted by Father Spiridon, is not merely a testament to divine power, but a profound allegory of God's boundless care. Yet in our modern narrative, when the loaves seem scarce and the fishes few, our hearts waver, and doubt casts its long shadow. As we ponder this, let us invite the wisdom of the ages into our discourse. St. Callistos Ware, in his eloquent musings, reminds us that the tapestry of divine providence is woven with threads unseen, patterns unfathomable to the finite canvas of our understanding. And Peter E. Gilchrist, with his poignant insights, echoes this sentiment, urging us to look beyond the veil of our perceptions. So, dear listeners, I pose this philosophical inquiry. Are we, in our earnest quest for understanding, limited by the very faculties that define our humanity? Our wisdom, though a splendid lantern in the dark, pales before the celestial fire of God's omniscience. Perhaps, in our longing to decipher the divine, we are akin to the ancient mariners navigating by the stars. Our charts are earthly, while the heavens remain vast and inscrutable. In this moment of reflection, let us not seek definitive answers, for they are as elusive as the morning mist. Instead, let us embrace the humility that comes with recognizing the limitations of our wisdom. For in this humility, we find the first glimmering threads of true providence, a tapestry that unfolds not before our eyes, but within the quiet sanctuaries of our souls. As we journey onward, let us carry with us the gentle wisdom of the ancients and the quiet courage to embrace the mysteries that lie ahead. In our quest to understand the divine, we often find ourselves pondering the nature of miracles. In ancient times, a miracle was a sign from the heavens, a direct intervention from the divine, defying the laws of nature and proclaiming a message of hope and transformation. But in our modern context, surrounded by technological marvels and scientific advancements, the definition of a miracle becomes blurred. Has the age of smartphones and space exploration diminished our capacity for wonder, or have we simply become blind to the miracles that unfold around us every day? Consider this. Perhaps a miracle is not always an event that shatters the laws of physics. Maybe, just maybe, a miracle is a moment of unexplained joy in the midst of sorrow, a serendipitous encounter that alters the course of a life, or the silent growth of a seed into a tree. Could it be that miracles are woven into the very fabric of our existence, awaiting our recognition? And yet, even as we seek to define and understand miracles, we are often ensnared by a far more insidious temptation, the temptation to judge the divine by our earthly standards. How often have we, in moments of pain or confusion, questioned the justice of God? How frequently have we looked at the suffering in the world and doubted the goodness of the Creator? This temptation is perhaps the most dangerous of all, for it leads us down a path of spiritual arrogance. It whispers in our ears that we, mere mortals, could comprehend the mysteries of the universe, that our limited perspective could contain the infinite wisdom of God. It is a temptation that has led many to despair, for when we judge the divine by human standards, we invariably find it lacking. But what if, instead of succumbing to this temptation, we chose to embrace the mystery? What if we accepted that there are things beyond our understanding, and that this is not a cause for despair but for awe? In doing so, we open our hearts to the possibility of miracles, not as violations of natural law, but as manifestations of a divine love that transcends our comprehension. So, let us resist the temptation to judge. Let us open our eyes to the miracles that surround us. And in doing so, let us draw closer to the heart of the divine mystery, which is not to be solved, but to be lived. As we continue our journey through the tapestry of spirituality and human experience, we arrive at a crossroad marked by a profound and challenging concept: forgiveness. It's a notion that has the power to transform, to heal, and yet it's often the path less trodden. Today we delve into the heart of this matter, contemplating whether paradise is open to unforgiving hearts. Forgiveness, it's a word we often hear, but its depths are seldom explored. In our modern narrative, where justice often clamors for retribution, forgiveness may seem like an act of surrender. But is it not, in its purest form, an act of liberation? Liberation, indeed. There's a weight that binds the unforgiving heart, a burden that only forgiveness can lift. The teachings of Orthodox Christianity, much like other spiritual traditions, speak of paradise not as a distant realm, but as a state of being, one where love and compassion reign supreme. Can a heart, then, laden with the chains of resentment, truly partake in this divine love? A thought-provoking question. Throughout history, we've witnessed acts of forgiveness that have not only transformed individuals, but have also altered the course of societies. Consider the profound impact of figures like Nelson Mandela, who, after years of unjust imprisonment, chose the path of forgiveness and reconciliation, paving the way for a new South Africa. Mandela's story is a testament to the power of forgiveness. It's not mere forgetfulness. It's an active engagement with the past, a conscious decision to release oneself and others from the shackles of bitterness. And it's this very decision that can lead to personal and collective transformation. Forgiveness, in many ways, is an act of courage, a daring venture into the unknown realms of compassion and understanding. It's a challenge to the heart, a test of its capacity to transcend the grievances of yesterday for the promise of a more harmonious tomorrow. Indeed, it's in these acts of forgiveness that we glimpse the true nature of paradise, a realm where the heart is unburdened, where love flows freely, and where the divine presence is felt in the warmth of human compassion. It's not mere forgetfulness. It's an active engagement with the past, a conscious decision to release oneself and others from the shackles of bitterness. And it's this very decision that can lead to personal and collective transformation. Forgiveness, in many ways, is an act of courage, a daring venture into the unknown realms of compassion and understanding. It's a challenge to the heart, a test of its capacity to transcend the grievances of yesterday for the promise of a more harmonious tomorrow. Indeed, it's in these acts of forgiveness that we glimpse the true nature of paradise, a realm where the heart is unburdened, where love flows freely, and where the divine presence is felt in the warmth of human compassion. As we ponder these narratives of forgiveness, let us ask ourselves, are we willing to embark on this transformative journey? Are we prepared to unlock the gates of paradise that reside within our hearts? A question for us all to reflect upon as we navigate the complex landscapes of our lives. Let us carry these stories of forgiveness with us, allowing them to guide our steps towards a more compassionate and understanding existence. Stay with us as we continue to explore the intricate dance between the human and the divine. As we venture deeper into the heart of our spiritual exploration, we arrive at a battleground that is familiar to all: the mind. It is within the recesses of our thoughts that we often encounter whispers of malice, shadows of envy, and echoes of despair. These are the evil thoughts that, if left unchecked, can tarnish the soul and lead us astray. So, how does one combat these insidious intruders? In the teachings of Orthodox Christianity, as well as in the wisdom imparted by Father Spiridion, there lies a treasure trove of guidance. The first step in this combat is awareness. We must become sentinels of our own minds, vigilant and discerning, recognizing the emergence of these thoughts before they take root. Once we are aware, the next step is to engage in the act of apagoreuin, a term from the Greek, meaning to say no or to deny. When an evil thought knocks at the door of your mind, do not entertain it. Do not let it sit at the table of your consciousness. Instead, firmly but gently, turn it away. But combating evil thoughts is not merely about resistance. It's also about replacement. In the space where negativity once resided, sow the seeds of virtue. Cultivate thoughts of compassion, of gratitude, of love. Let your mind become a garden where kindness blooms and peace takes root. Remember, dear listeners, that this is not a battle to be fought alone. In the quiet moments of prayer, in the solace of meditation, we can seek the guidance of the divine. It is in this communion that we find strength, that we are reminded of the light that dwells within us, a light that can dispel the darkness of evil thoughts. So, as we navigate the tumultuous seas of our inner worlds, let us arm ourselves with awareness, resistance, and virtue. Let us seek the companionship of the divine, and in doing so, may we transform our minds from battlegrounds into sanctuaries of peace. As we journey further into the essence of faith and life, we come to contemplate the marks of true Christianity in this modern age. In a world brimming with distractions and contradictions, what does it mean to be a true Christian? To be a true Christian, I believe, is to embody the teachings of Christ not only in words, but in deeds. It's not merely about attending services or knowing the Scriptures. It's about living the Scriptures, manifesting love and compassion in every action. Precisely. In the Gospel of Matthew, Christ speaks of the fruits by which you shall know them. True Christianity, then, is revealed through these fruits: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. These fruits are indeed the hallmarks of a life lived in Christ. Yet, in our contemporary context, we often encounter ethical dilemmas that challenge our ability to bear these fruits. How do we navigate these complexities while staying true to our Christian calling? It's about anchoring ourselves in the core principles of our faith: love and empathy. When faced with dilemmas, we must ask ourselves, what is the most loving and compassionate response in this situation? This doesn't mean compromising our beliefs, but rather understanding the spirit of the law, not just the letter. And this requires discernment, a deep connection with the divine, and a willingness to see Christ in everyone. It's about recognizing the image of God in our fellow beings, regardless of their faith, background, or lifestyle. So true Christianity, in essence, is an active engagement with the world, a call to transform it through love and understanding. It's about being a beacon of light in the darkness, a source of comfort and hope to those around us. Absolutely. It's about walking the narrow path, the path of righteousness, humility, and service. True Christianity is a journey, a constant striving to be more Christ-like in our thoughts, words, and actions. As we reflect on these profound insights, let us recommit ourselves to the path of true Christianity, to being the hands and feet of Christ in a world that so desperately needs His love. And now, dear listeners, we turn our hearts to a contemplation as ancient as it is urgent. What does it mean to live a blessed life? In a world that often measures success in material wealth, in accolades, and in the transient glow of social media validation, can we dare to redefine the contours of a truly blessed existence? The blessed life, it seems, is a tapestry woven with threads not of gold, but of virtues. It is a life rich not in possessions, but in experiences of love, of giving, of growth. The Beatitudes, those beautiful blessings spoken by Christ on the Mount, guide us to a paradigm where the meek, the merciful, the peacemakers are called blessed. Indeed, it is a paradigm that turns the societal measures of success on their head. To live a blessed life is to seek spiritual fulfillment over worldly gain. It's to understand that the richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. It's a profound inversion of values, isn't it? In our pursuit of happiness, we often chase after shadows of wealth, of fame, of power. Yet, in the quietude of prayer, in the stillness of meditation, we are reminded that true happiness, true blessedness, lies within. Absolutely. And this inner blessedness radiates outward, influencing our actions, our relationships, and our approach to life's challenges. It's about cultivating an inner sanctuary of peace that remains unshaken by the tempests of the external world. This inner sanctuary becomes our compass, guiding us through ethical dilemmas, cultural complexities, and the myriad challenges of contemporary life. It leads us to act with integrity, compassion, and wisdom, even when the path is arduous and the night is dark. So, as we draw this conversation to a close, let us ponder the essence of a blessed life. Let us strive not for the applause of the world, but for the quiet approval of our conscience. Let us seek not the mountaintops of fame, but the valleys of humility where true greatness dwells. And let us remember that the blessed life is not a destination but a journey marked by moments of transcendence, of connection, of divine grace. It is a journey we are all invited to embark upon, a journey that beckons us toward a horizon of hope and meaning. As we draw the curtains on today's episode, we pause to reflect on the rich tapestry of insights and narratives that have been woven together. From the modern man's struggle with the enigma of suffering and God's providence, to the perilous temptation of judging the divine by our limited human standards, we have journeyed through corridors of thought that challenge and enlighten. We contemplated the nature of miracles and the temptation to confine the divine to the narrow confines of human understanding. We explored the transformative power of forgiveness and the condition of the heart that seeks or denies it. We delved into the battleground of the mind, arming ourselves with practical wisdom on combating evil thoughts. True Christianity was examined, not as a mere label, but as a lived experience marked by the fruits of the Spirit, manifesting love, joy, peace, and all that is good in the sight of God. And finally, we pondered the essence of a blessed life, contrasting the fleeting shadows of worldly success with the enduring light of spiritual fulfillment. As we part ways, dear listeners, I invite you to ponder your own relationship with God, with suffering, and with your judgment thereof. Reflect on the narratives shared, the questions posed, and allow them to resonate within the chambers of your heart. And now, I leave you with a contemplation. In the quiet moments when the world fades away, and you are left alone with your thoughts, your hopes, and your fears, what is the nature of the conversation that unfolds between you and the divine? How does it shape your understanding of suffering, of miracles, of forgiveness, and of what it means to live a truly blessed life? May these reflections be your companions on the journey ahead, guiding you towards deeper understanding and a more profound connection with the divine. Thank you for joining us on this journey through faith, philosophy, and the human condition. Until next time, may your path be graced with wisdom and your heart with peace.